Well, hello. Sorry about the delay. So, a little bit of technology difficulty. Doesn't like the hot weather. So today we're going to be working on getting the throttle cable hooked up, um, get the bracket to support the CVT so it's a little stronger. So those are the two big things we're going to try to do. I'm trying to shorten my list so that way I'm not trying to cram so much into these one-to-one builds. Uh, so this is where we're at. So let's go ahead and get started on that. So head on over to the engine. Okay, so getting the those that are wanting to ask questions, I'll be able to just message in the. I'm just getting to it so that way. The okay. Lights. That's definitely okay. All right. So looking at this, we had some issues with chain clearance. So we ground the support back here off. Okay. Um, all right. So this is what we did: is we clearance for the chain is going to come down more. Oh, I can't find any pencils. Maybe some, but it's coming down like that. So what we did that, but what we want to do is we want to give this a little more support. So let's go ahead and look at what we're going to do here. So the first thing we probably want to do is hook up the throttle control because it will need a bracket. So carburetor, and the governor arm is here. It is in the engine, but the gear that attaches to the crankshaft, that gear is gone. I removed that when I had this open when I was teaching some students about it. There was some, so that's already taken out. I left it there because this gives us a little, if you needed that pull, but we're going to use this piece right here instead. Okay. Tanner by MB. And this gets bolted down right where the original throttle control goes. Gets bolted down right up here. Okay. And then we have the linkage right here. So let's go ahead and get that on. I'm just using the bolts that were originally there. Actually, you know what? Before I put it in, let's get it in here so that way I don't break that little tab. I'm going to slide that in there. The carburetor back. There we go. That's set. Now I just got to bolt these down. Sorry about that. Okay, that's in. And then I have a throttle cable here. I'll have to trim it again, but I don't want to trim it until we get this into the car. So this will come here. That holds there. So what I have to do now is build a bracket to hold the cable in place right here. So I figured, okay, if I got to build a bracket for that, and I'm going to build a bracket to hold this, so let's go ahead and build all those pieces at one time. Get this stuff out of the way here. All right. Camera's just glaring today. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So what we're doing is we want to support this so that this aluminum has a little more support. So I went ahead and prefab some of the parts. So what we have here is a piece of 1 inch angle, and it's going to go right up here. Nice. Just like that. Slot right here, so that way it clears this issue. Although I kind of thought maybe I should have gone down. That way I could have picked up that bolt there. So this is where the plastic cover would be. Put that in. Now, when I go to do this, when we get all this put together, then we'll take it all apart so we can paint it, as well as put Loctite and lock washers, new nylon lockers on everything. Okay. Tighten this one down first. And the top one. Grade 8 bolts here. Aluminum will fracture probably prior to that. Alright, so now we have that there. Gives us that support. Gets a little more there, but I want to also give it that. So what I have here is various pieces of steel that has been cut and ready to go. That way we're not spending the whole time just watching me cut plate. So I got this one. This is normally where the gas tank sits. What I'll do is I'll have this one here. Bolts drop down. And I'm going to go ahead and put a washer on the bottom side. just a red standard note on it. This will also would have Loctite as well. Sorry, as well as a nylon blocker on it to prevent vibration to take it off. All right, so that one's on. Next one. Getting those finger tight. All right, so now this is where I had a couple ideas. So what happened to my cardboard template I was using? So I had, okay, I have a whole stick of this angle iron. The garage door was falling apart, and the previous homeowners used angle iron to support the metal that was failing. So I got nice pieces of angle iron sitting around, rusted, but it works. So I was like, okay, well, I could go like that. Then I was like, well, that seems a little overkill. And so what I decided was just a simple little bracket. I'll have to trim that down a little bit. What's funny is when I drew this, the plate wasn't straight. And so if you can see carefully, I don't think this camera's going to pick it up, but there is probably a good 1/4 inch gap, but I'll be able to fill that. I've filled it. So I want to go ahead and make a little mark up there, over here, so I can see it too. I just got to lop off the top of that. But this way, this will slide in under here and will support against here. That way it will help prevent this thing from flexing so bad now that I cut those ribs off. Okay. And then in addition to that, we've got the plate here for the throttle. Drill the hole and just use the cutoff wheel to make the slot for the cable. So this way, this will just get mounted here. Just by sheer luck, this angle of the CVT works out that this angle iron is now flat. And so the cable will come along just along the side of this gas tank perch, and then it will mount here. And then I will have plenty of bracketry here to support the gas tank up above, because I wanted to bring the tank up a little higher in the engine bay of the CycleKart to make it so it's a little easier to fuel. My goal really is to build a little neck for the gas tank. That way the engine cover on the back will just be able to fuel line, fuel right there. So we'll see how that comes out when that comes to that point. So what I will start with is I'm going to grind just a little bit off of that. That way that will nicely fit. And then once we get that on there and make sure that's fit and this is set, we'll tack weld this on here, and then we'll take it off and then weld it up outside. So let's go do a little bit of grinding. Oh, almost made a big mistake. Okay, so I ground off just that little bit. Got that lined up. Okay, and now put a little radius on there. I'll clean all this up after I weld it because that way it makes sense. So what I want to do next, I'm going to have this. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go ahead and set up the welder and pack all of it there on the engine, and then pull it off and fully weld it outside. To get my welder ready. It was had some furniture given to me. Beautiful, what they call a pit couch. I didn't even know what that was. I had to look it up. And so we were going to put it in our basement. Issue is our basement's, we have an unfinished basement in our house, and it's become a storage unit. And so our project, one of the projects this summer, was to get that back to ready to be put back together. All right, so see if I can get you a better view. All right, off here. All right, welders, grounded, gloves, safety glasses, helmet. Gun. It's gonna reach. Okay. Um. All right. Gas is on. Being at 17 CMs. Okay. Put some tacks on. Cable's in the right spot. On the inside. Okay, let's take that sucker apart. I had to do a little bit of persuasion. I didn't even notice my glove was holding this bracket up off the rest of it. Still kind of off. I'm probably going to break this back weld. A little better. Yep. Already running out of time. It's a little warm. Switch on that side. There. Okay. Got my hammer. Tap that down a little more. Well, before I do that, let me put some more weld in. All right, so on for some welding. It's all right. Take a look at my welds, see how I do. That's a lot of wire. Okay. All right. Yeah. All righty. It is crispy. Whew. Uh, let's watch everybody freak out here for a second. Ah, so many cables. There it is. Oh, thank you. All right. So what we got there? Let me make sure. Yep. Aha. We have our bracket. So throttle cable holds into the gas tank, holds onto this. So let's go ahead and I'll show off my welding ability. Not a welder. That one's sitting too high. That's more my style of welding. Put a couple dots and fill in. That one's looking all right. I'm gonna show these inside here. That's probably my. Let's see, where was the hardest one? I don't even know if it'll show up on the camera. Down there. Oop. Yep, can't see it. Yeah, sort of. Can't get the nozzle in there. It wasn't working too well, but this is definitely not going anywhere. All right, checking for any. Nope, nobody's got any questions today. Low numbers today. All right, so go ahead and bring you to the side over there. Get a nice view. And let's get that bracket mounted. Oops. And that's probably where I'm going to leave you guys today. We'll get the bracket mounted. I wanted to get the throttle cable in, but so I made the bracket with that. And so what I need to do now is I got to get that set up with the pedal. And there's some thinking to do on that. And so I'll save the thinking off camera. That way you're not just staring at me. All right, so the welding gloves out of the way. Don't need glasses at the moment. Those are bolts. Now, there is a little bit tension on this, and of course, when I welded all this up, that have caused it to bend a little. So what I'm going to do is just start all the nuts and bolts. Then drive them home. Now I'm looking for washers. My bad. All right. Once again, oh, this one. There we go. A little bit of movement in that one. Okay. And nut, I believe, went under. Oh, stuck. Okay. Okay. Oh, guess it's off today. Okay. So, let me get the cable put on. See that? Cable. Oh, that side. Cable through. Okay, she's pretty. So, a completely different style of bracketry there. This is to assist on the throttle linkage setup, as well as support the CVT. Okay, there we go. So now what I want to do, I want to put a little hole right there for the spring to hold on to. Grab a small drill bit. Now, I have a spring that's stretched out just for the time being. Oops. So I have the spring that's kind of stretched out. So what we'll do is we'll take it into the bracket here. So that way I have a return spring. I'll have a return spring on the pedal as well, because pedal will be the primary return spring. This one, to make sure if that other one fails, that the car won't rev out of the way. I still got to take that off. There we go. Let me grab the cable in. So we. Yeah, I know. Love the sound effects. So there you go. That's what's today's build. That was 45 minutes. Thereabout. Thank you for joining me. So what will happen next Thursday? There'll be, unfortunately, a few things done prior to the one-to-one, just to keep us up to date on our builds. But mostly, that way we are ready for the 20th. So let me explain what's going on. So on the 20th of June, we are having our next garage build, meaning we will be using Zoom and we'll meet online to build together. Ask questions, show off what we have, show off tools that, hey, look at this one, or hey, did you see this, or have you tried that? It is a kind of an open forum to help one another out. That will be on July 20th, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard or Mountain Daylight Time. So that puts it 9 Pacific, 11 Central. So I hope I see you guys there. It's a lot of fun to be able to meet with people throughout the country. And we've had a gentleman from England there, and being able to see various things and being able to ask questions right then is really helpful. So I hope to see you there on June 20th. June 20th, if I didn't say that right, at 10 Mountain Time. All right, thank you for joining me.